Enjoy the sounds of my laptop fan. I like this one better. Alright, enjoy this and also the laptop fan. What I should probably do is have a separate source for the music, so then I could just change it up whenever I felt like it. And that probably would have been a smarter idea, huh? Hell yeah, we got Siri button, which means that the stream is actually going off to a better start than last stream, where I had like such an issue getting it just fucking started. All right, so I don't think we have a whole lot of different topics today, but I have a lot to talk about, like I fucking always do. Oh, fucking top chatter isn't. Wait, hold up. Text. Coffee. Let's say coffee. Coffee is probably top chatter. Select font. I don't give a shit. Where is coffee? Where is it? Is it huge? What? Alright, we just got to remove it for now. Fuck it. Alright. Like always. Hell yeah, we're gonna start with, clinician's brief. We'll try to ease into it a little bit before we get into the super sad stuff. I don't think we have anything that's, like, incredibly depressing today. No, wait, we do. Never mind, I lied. Alright. So. Time to look like an idiot. Let's see. Vet words, it's basically, oh my god, what is it? Wordle. It's Wordle, but it's using, like, veterinary medicine, terminology, which it shares a lot of the same terminology with, human medicine, so, like, any nurses and shit could probably also get this as well. I bet you they have a fucking human version of this. Alright, let's see. Anatomy, that's our clue for today. Oh, great. The first clue is always so fucking vague. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, that thing that you hear in the background is my fan, my laptop fan. I did get it working. That's the good news. The bad news is you're gonna hear it the entire stream. Don't worry, I'll probably be talking so much that it just sounds like it's part of my voice. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 words here. Should I even look at the second clue? Usually when I do the second clue, it's almost like too easy. Alright, let's see. Pelvis. Alright, so it's got an L and an S in there. Shit, I really want to look at the other clue. Putting the D in VD. Dorso? Dorso? Dorsal. I'm an idiot. Alright, that was too easy. To be fair, though, the first one was way too fucking vague. How the fuck was I gonna get that? It should have said like a plane of reference or something, or anatomy reference. So dorsal, well, it's your back, right? I don't know. Do they use that in human medicine? Well, dorsal. I try to think of it like a dorsal fin. That's how I always thought of it. Was dorsal fin. So when they talk about VD, they're saying dorsal. VD is used usually in like taking radiographs, right? So if you're taking a VD radiograph, what you're doing is the animal's like back is on the X-ray table, and their like chest, their abdomen is pointing up. Let me just dog VD radiograph. I wonder if they'll actually show me, like, the animal, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get it backwards? I got it backwards. No, wait. No, I didn't. What? Yeah, no, I didn't. This is a good, we called these, I always called it a V-trough. I don't know what other people call it. But we put them in this so they don't kind of flop around, right? Because their backs aren't usually... The animals that we're dealing with, their backs are usually not flat. Although I've never seen like a tape being used like this before. But also, this is probably... Look at this, we're already getting off onto a tangent. Oh, a V-trough, yep. We're already getting off on a tangent. I'm just looking at like the tape that they're using for this. So it looks like they're looking, yeah, they're probably looking at the hips right now. What is this? Through the pelvic limbs have been extended and are taped at the level of the stifle joints. So that's talking about... I just want to look at the picture, damn it! Oh my god, this is such a small picture, you bastards. Oh my god. What are they trying to take a image of? Are they just doing the hips? I guess they're just looking at the hips. This is probably for like a hip score of some sort. Either pen hip or OFA. Let's see. Front leg ventrodorsal. So this is the little collimator here. This little like light that you see, and you basically try to want to get this little X bit into the middle of like that's gonna be the middle of your picture here. Let's see. But that's not the one with the dog's like... Okay, this looks like the one where they tape the dog's legs down. Granted, I don't want to say it's like a new thing, but like when I was in school, they just had our asses hold on to the dog when we radiographed it. I mean, obviously with lead gloves and shit. But nowadays, it is becoming more and more common to actually have the animal completely sedated so that humans don't even have to be in the room with the radiograph. Because obviously, you know, it's not the healthiest for us when we're doing it. multiple times a day. This is interesting. These are actually weights here. He's got weights instead of tape, and I have used weights. I've not just taped the motherfucker, though. I've used weights, and we use troughs. I've not used the foam, and I've not used tape. So that is interesting. Usually we use the, like, little weights. They're almost like, I bet you anything, these are, like, the weights that you put up against, like, the bottom of a door to keep the cold air from coming in. Alright, anyway, sorry. I'm getting way off too much on a tangent here. I started getting interested in what they were looking at in that dog. It's usually gonna be fucking hips. Oh my god. I barely ever work with EKGs. Okay, so this bradyarthremia in a cat is typically associated with... I can't fucking see it. Okay, let's see. Oh shit. Alright, we got our what'd they call it? Not lum-dum. The boop boop. What's the fucking there's like a... I was gonna say colloquial, but that's not the correct word. It's early for me still. It's very early for me still. It's like a term for the lumped up. Is it lumped up? No. No. But it's supposed to be like onomatopoeia for the heart. And then there's just a huge motherfucking spike. So let's see. Hyperkalemia or hypokalemia? I'm gonna say... because this is basically what is, because there's a huge spike, and, this is talking about, basically what is controlling the, electrical, like, synapses in the heart to actually beat. I'm gonna say hyper. Oh, yes! Because hypo would be the lack of, the beat. Oh, to learn more. Stabilization of cats with a urethral obstruction. Ooh. Okay, so, cats with an obstruction usually it's going to be caused by, you know, stones. That is actually a emergency situation, and we call it the blocked tomcat. Even though it doesn't necessarily have to be a male cat, nor does it even really have to be a cat. I guess anybody could have a blocked urethral obstruction, but it's very common in male cats, and it's very dangerous in cats. Because what's going to happen is the waste product from the urine is going to start building up, and it's actually going to become toxic to the motherfucker. So it usually becomes a emergency situation very quickly. And I'm talking like under 24 hours. Like if your cat does not get unblocked, it will be dead. It is such an issue that we actually have like a specialized food for it. Let me look, block tomcat. I don't think I've ever like heard anybody call it urethral obstruction since I was in school. What is this? Hyperkalemia? Oh yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of penises. Oops, I didn't think of that. But let's take a look at this. Except I don't know what I'm looking at here. Here we go. We have an arrow here. So that is the obstruction here in the little tiny stones. Sometimes you can get it figured out with just putting up. I forgot how squeamish that makes me. I hate urine catheters so much. But you can sometimes use a urine catheter. Sometimes you've got to go in and actually surgically remove the stones. they actually have a diet. Depending on what type of stone it is, there's a diet that would help break down the stones. And occasionally you'll have a cat that is just like more susceptible to the stones for whatever reason. And what they might suggest doing is actually, I don't want to say they cut off the penis, but that's kind of what they do. Is they're trying to make the urethra opening larger. To do that, you have to kind of, do an actual snip. And make the penis much shorter so that the urethral opening is larger and they can actually pass stones. Contrary to popular belief, this does not make the cat trans or make the cat gay. Like, I've had so many people, like, freak the fuck out when that's mentioned because they just think that, like, the cat becomes a girl, and it's not at all what you're doing. The penis is still there. It's just shortened. Like, we're not adding a vagina, which is it's very silly. All right. Now, isoflurane does not effectively block autonomic responses to pain when at a sufficient concentration to produce surgical depth of anesthesia. Yeah, isoflurane is it's not our pain management, so I'm gonna say true. Yeah, isoflurane does not. Yeah, I hate how it doesn't like just give you a little synopsis. Isoflurane. I probably should have explained this beforehand before like just fucking answering the question. So isoflurane. Hey, what's up? Holy shit! Wait a second. Macineb 2e. Macineb 2e. Was that right? Did I just make a fool of myself? How's it going? It's early in the morning for me. You can call me May. That's so much easier calling you May. It's very early in the morning for me. So, please excuse my stupidity. At least for the next, like, hour. We're going over clinician briefs, vet, questionnaires. So far, I got them all right. Check this out. Got play words right, too. Hell yeah, only 2 guesses. So yeah, isoflurane is a gas inhalant anesthetic. And it's basically just meant to keep the animal from fucking moving. It is not meant for a pain blocker. You're going to probably be using something like, maybe like butorphanol for pain. Oh, I've been stupid all my life, that's alright. That's not nice. Are you a veterinarian? No, I'm a vet tech. So that is a vet tech would be like more equivalent to like how a nurse is to a doctor. I am way too dumb to be a veterinarian. Oh, let's see. What is this other one? Have you ever needed to resort to anal saculectomy to treat recurrent anal sac disease that was non-responsive to medical management? So that is literally talking about, if you ever heard about, I really can't Google this one, anal gland expression. I'm a veteran, or at least my dad is. Oh, did I like put something like that on my thing and that got like the veteran search? that can be a problem sometimes. I think I probably put vet tech on like my summary or some shit. I might have to change that. Holy shit, what did I just hear that got me off guard? Is it my fan, my computer fan? Or is it me talking about anal glands? Anal glands are a big thing in general practice, like your normal veterinary clinic. We have to express so many anal glands. How do I explain anal glands? Yeah, you talking about anal what? I can't Google it. Shit. It's so an anal gland in dog, like humans have anal glands. It's just that we have a bunch of anal glands like way up in the colon in different areas and they don't normally get impacted. So impacting meaning that the anal glands cannot suppress itself. So anal glands, I think there is some I don't think they're 100% sure of all of what anal glands do, but I'm pretty sure one of the theories is that they express a like a slime kinda. Yeah, it's just as gross as you would imagine, but it literally helps you it helps make you this is going to be so fucking gross. I hope you're not eating. It helps make you poop. Pretty much. It helps make it come out easier. Or at least that's one of the leading theories of one of the things that they do. Dogs, and sometimes cats, their anal glands are very close to the anus itself. Oh my god, can I look up anal glands? Let me see. Let me see if I can get a picture. Like a drawing. It's the animal's anal gland is very close to their actual anus. And what happens is that sometimes the fluid that comes out is actually very thick. And it cannot come out. But the animal still is producing the fluid. So the anal gland, let me see if I can, the fluid's still being produced, the anal gland just keeps getting more and more filled up, right? And it becomes impacted. It becomes abscessed. It gets very big. It can actually burst. It can actually pop the fuck open. It's very educational. Yeah, just the wrong kind of I swear it's not all this fucking gross. It's alright, I've seen some things. Yeah, I think anyone who's grown up on the internet has probably seen worse, but still. It's pretty rough. So yeah, anal glands, they help the animal poop. They can get impacted when the fluid is very chunky. Or very like pasty instead of kind of like the liquidy it's supposed to be. It can actually, the anal gland sac can actually get so filled that it ruptures, that it pops and creates an open wound, and that becomes very problematic because an open wound right next to the ass is really hard to keep clean and to keep from getting infected. So a anal sac what is it called? A saculectomy would be the removal of the anal sac here. Why so much? What are you looking at? We're talking about... Okay. We are talking about a saculectomy. A saculectomy. There's no O in it. So, it's seen in animal medicine. So we have these anal sacs. They are used to help the animal poop. They secrete a liquid that helps the animal pass stool. But when that liquid becomes not liquidy, and it becomes like more solid, chunky, or like pasty, and it won't be able to actually pass through this tiny duct, it can grow in the anal sac and become abscessed and even like rupture and pop open. And then that's a problem, and we're talking about the potential of actually removing the anal sac if this happens a lot. Have you ate Rocky Mountain oysters? I haven't, but I've known someone who has. And they unironically called it creamy. And I gagged. Bad news for me, I'm an absolute animal. You might not want to be an animal. But usually what we do with anal sacs, so when they start to get a little bit filled up, that might be when you start seeing animals scoot their butt. It's not the only reason an animal might scoot their butt. But oh my god, should I show anal sac expression? So one of the things that we have to do often, no judgment, alright? Don't judge. You actually have to manually express these. Now for a smaller dog, you can sometimes, or like a cat, you can sometimes express them by squeezing them from the outside of the butt. Because there'll be like almost like little bulges that you can see on the left and right of the anus. If this is like their little butthole, you can kind of see these if they are inflamed outside the anus. You can squeeze them and the fluid will come out of the butt. But most of the time, you have to put a finger in here. And put it in like, they always told me the 3 and 6 o'clock position, but I found that it's like, it varies so much what position these fucking anal sacs are, depending on the breed. With the cat, it's almost always the same, but it's like slightly, I would say it's more like the, almost like the 4 and 5 o'clock position, but it kind of depends. But with dogs, it's like fucking all over the place. Wait, you're a veterinarian? No. I am a veterinary technician. So that's like the nurse version. So if you have a human doctor, if a human doctor is a veterinarian, then I would be like the human nurse. So yeah, sometimes we have to stick a finger up the animal's butt and gently massage the anal sacs. And it's awful. Because the fluid that comes out is the most terrible, fishy smelling fluid ever. And I've actually known a chick that got it in her mouth once. What the hell? She actually, I don't think she was expressing fluids. I think she was actually injecting the animal with a medication in the muscle. So they can actually express this fluid in fear. It's not like something they do consciously. It's just a reaction. And she was injecting the animal with like a medication in the hind leg. And the animal just squirted out fluid while she was talking to me. And it got into her mouth. If you ever smelt this shit, you would understand that right afterwards, she like immediately vomited. There wasn't even like time to process what happened. She just puked. Oh, so a vet sidekick. It's fine. Batman's friend has fans too. What was his name again? Oh, right, Alfred, his butler. No. Hey, you know what? Alfred, like, in that Netflix series, Alfred was kick-ass, man. Honestly, I'd rather be Alfred than Robin. And Robin seems kind of whiny. So anyways, I never actually had to, I've never seen this procedure done. I'm sure it has been done. Especially with like our French bulldogs get these a lot, and French bulldogs are now the most popular dog in the US. But I'm gonna say no, I've never done it. I wonder if anyone else has. I wonder if it's common. Wow, it is common. Alright. Also, well, to be fair, the way they worded it, made it like, okay, if you had to do this, would you do this? The issue is I just never had that. Oh, hey, thanks for the follow. Oh my god, let me try to do this name. Cabvamos? Bro, never seen Teen Titans. Robin is kick-ass too. Robin, okay, that's fair. Robin was kick-ass in Teen Titans. But I never, in the old Teen Titans. But I've never watched the old Teen Titans, or the new Teen Titans. But I've never watched Teen Titans from, like, beginning to end. I just kind of watched it whenever the fuck it was on. But Beast Boy was the best. There was old Teen Titans, freaking, they have Teen Titans Go now. Teen Titans Go is like the new Teen Titans. The old Teen Titans is like, the original Teen Titans. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Teen Titans Go? These guys? I never liked Teen Titans Go. I think because I got way too used to the old ones. This is what I'm used to. Whoa, what is this? Wait, Teen Titans were actually a thing? They were actually an old-ass, fucking DC comic? Alright, we're getting so fucking off track. Hold up. In the old Teen Titans, there were, well, I guess there were two. I think Raven was also pretty sane. Boomer Titans. Man, back then, I don't know what... Maybe it's like the pinky peach color, but it's so unnerving looking. I guess it's just how they had the... Like, this looks so much better. Anyway. Okay. Back to the... Down to, depressing news. Robin is not built like this. No, Robin's kind of built very, twinky, I think. He's built to be kind of like a ninja. So, apparently an animal control officer, in Georgia is under fire. I didn't actually read why. I just kind of saved this to look at later. So let's see. The person hired to protect the animals is now accused of being their tormentor. Carlos, oh god. I'm so fucking bad with names. Carlos Santillan? No, Santillan. The now former Deputy Animal Service Manager at Monroe County Animal Services. I feel like every fucking state has a Monroe County. Found himself in handcuffs. Oh my god, they actually handcuffed him. Santillan is facing 4 felony counts of cruelty to animals, while Monroe County Sheriff's Office, Georgia, seems tight-lipped on the incident. Probably because animal control officers are generally also police officers. Sources indicate animals were allegedly left to suffer from malnutrition, infections, and lack of basic water and food. The sheriff's office taken to Facebook to say alleged incident took place back on June 18th, but they just received the complaint yesterday. The Board of Commissioners reportedly fired him immediately, but the community is split. Some remember him as gentle, while others say the mask finally slipped. Bond was set at just $5,000. Yeah, that's expected for animal-related law issues in America. They usually don't carry huge fines. So this is not honestly, it being $5,000. I'm kind of impressed by that. That's even $5,000. So what actually happened, we'll find out, I guess. So it sounds like if he was the only motherfucker working at that place, like it shouldn't have been it shouldn't have been operating like that, but it sounds like this motherfucker was the only one working there and having to also go out on calls all the time because the animal control officers are the people who are going to be picking up they're depending on the county on what they have to do, they're picking up anything from dangerous dogs, dangerous animals to like stray cats to fucking like roadkill raccoons. So he could be having a ton of shit that he has to do. On top of it, sounds like he was also in charge of taking care of the animals at the shelter as well. That's a lot of shit. Oh wait, a serious question time. My dog is old and deaf and he sleeps most of the time. Is there a way I can entertain him? Does he enjoy food? He also might just be sleepy. Like, if he's old, he might also just enjoy sleeping right now. But if he likes food, there is a ton of different, like, food puzzles and shit that you can get. Like, you can buy stuff like this. Oh, that looks pretty cool. But and the snuffle mats, these are called snuffle mats when they're like cloth like this, but you have to be careful, make sure that they're not gonna like eat them up. Yeah, I got lick mats which you can put like yogurt or peanut butter, dairy-free yogurt or whatever. Doggy ice cream, fucking like, I don't know, whipped cream, whatever the fuck. He only eats sausages. Like, like for his dog food, he only eats sausages. These are like little bottles that have openings on the end, and they're supposed to like fucking flip them, and kibble is supposed to come out, but that's like really difficult. I wouldn't make an old dog do that. Oh, lick mats look interesting. They have different types of lick mats. That's just one type of lick mat. Like, there are so many fucking, because most animals are going to eat some kind of food, you know. His teeth are too bad for his regular dog food, and he doesn't like the wet ones. That is so strange that he doesn't like wet dog food, because you usually see it opposite. You could probably put sausages or even like peanut butter, whipped cream, whatever. Just be careful about the dairy. Try to get like non-dairy shit because that can cause diarrhea. And with an old dog, diarrhea can cause dehydration, and we don't want to do that. Old dog and young puppies, dehydration can be very dangerous. Okay, that is literally a puzzle about food. That was not what I was talking about. Oh yeah, this is one of the ones we saw up there, but instead of putting kibble in it, it looks like they smeared a bunch of fucking peanut butter in it. It actually looks fucking disgusting. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that you can do with food. If he's interested in like weird scents, like he likes to sniff for like rabbits or deer or whatever, you can go to like hunting sites and get those like fucking get deer urine or whatever and spray. You can spray it on a snuffle mat, or you can like spray it on a toy and hide it, and he can go look for it. But like I said, old dogs, he just might want to fucking sleep. He just might not be as active. I think that's pretty much it for this dude. I'm gonna have to see what the hell goes on with this. It would really suck if he just got the shit end of the stick because his employer didn't want to hire more employees. He is a government employee, it looks like. This is Monroe County Animal Services. And I know municipal like shelters and stuff can be really underfunded, but I would be very impressed if they literally only had one fucking employee. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no problem. That's an easy. I like the easy questions. It gets hard when somebody's like, "When do I know when to put down my cat?" And then it's like, "Oh, fuck." That's not an easy thing to talk about. So I like the easy, like, fun questions. Also, I deal with a lot of like shelter animals and like foster animals, and fucking this is like my bread and butter for those motherfuckers. Like, if I don't have time to spend on those animals, which I never do, I just put a tennis ball in their food dish. Call it a food puzzle. Call it a day. Like, alright, you're all good. Alright, so I'll keep an eye on this and see what happens here. Bro, is he only 5'5"? Oof! Oof! They just outed him like that. Being like, what, that's 5'6"? Motherfucker got outed bad. Oh, I saw this making the rounds. I wanted to take a look at this. I didn't really look at this too much. So a family husky jumped into action when a bear charged across a driveway with a home security video showing the dog placing itself between the bear and the kid. Oh, this looks like a cub. This looks like a black bear cub. I don't know where this actually is. Let's just look at it quick. Damn, that bear is fucking scooted out of there. Look at it. I honestly think the husky wanted to play with it. If it's an AI video, I'm going to scream. Let's take a... I did a whole little section about looking at AI animal videos before. Now let's take a look at it. So let's see. One of the big things is that they said it would be grainy footage to kind of hide shit. It's definitely not grainy. So far, the anatomy, I can't really talk for the kid. I don't know human anatomy very much. But so far, anatomy of the bear looks more or less accurate. That's a little bit odd, but he might just be arching his back and raising hackles because he doesn't want to be fucked with by a... although his ears like kind of look like they disappeared, I will say. He hits the boat trailer a bit. Let me see where that basketball came from. It is becoming like such a... Okay, the basketball might have come from somewhere underneath that trailer. It is becoming such a huge issue, though. With the AI videos. I know, what do you think? I think it's plausible, because honestly, the thing looks like a cub. I genuinely don't think he was going after the kid. I think he was just kind of running through the streets. And this dog looks like it's just chasing it for funsies. It doesn't look like it's, like, really being aggressive. I don't think he had any intention to, like, protect the child. I think he just saw this weird-ass thing and just wanted to chase it. Just like if it was, like, a rabbit or something. I don't think the fucking, dog was any wiser of what he was doing. And I honestly think if the dog didn't come into play, I don't think the bear would have done it. This is a total assumption. I don't think the bear would have, like, ate the kid or anything. It looks like a cub. But they said they gave him a T-bone steak, and I'm like, man. It's probably, like, one of the worst things you can do. For the record, you should not give cooked bone. You shouldn't be giving bones in general to dogs. But a cooked bone is really bad, and a beef cooked bone is probably like the second worst thing to fucking give. I think the worst being like cooked bird bones, like chicken and turkey. Because it can splinter. They can crack the bone, splinter, it can splinter, and then they eat it. It can scratch or even poke holes in the esophagus or stomach or somewhere down the intestines, or it could cause blockage. Alright, so there's been a recall for some food. Some dog food, I think, specifically. So, Mars Pet Care US, so this is, I guess, only affecting the United States, is issuing a voluntary recall. So, it's not too bad. if it's voluntary. For 2 lots, only 2 lots, so not a whole lot, of a pedigree can high-protein chopped chicken and duck flavor for dogs. So just not a whole lot that is getting recalled. Usually when we're hearing about recalls, it's like, yeah, please give me additional information. That's why I clicked on the fucking link. There's like fucking hundreds of lots, right? But the high protein, we're mostly going to be seeing that given to like, I'm sorry, I'm like half reading and half talking at the same time. We're mostly going to be seeing people giving high protein foods for like working dogs that actually have like a job that they're doing, or like the high protein crowd, like the people who believe that high protein is like the best. So let's see. It's a wet dog food due to potential fraudulent distribution of product which may contain foreign material. The fuck does that even mean? Let's see. Voluntary recall of just 2 lots. So that's like, what, like a couple hundred. The recall products did not meet Mars and Pedigree safety and quality standards. As part of the robust quality control every single Pedigree product undergoes, these 2 lots had been sent to a third-party vendor for destruction. Okay. I was going to say distribution. They still sold it, though. Don't worry, guys. They're still making money off it. No. Let's see. Had been fraudulently diverted and sold into the marketplace. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, the recall product may contain metal and plastic foreign material. The potential presence, of sharp metal and plastic material in the cans could pose a hazard. Okay. So basically, it sounds like the way that whoever made up these cans didn't do it up to pedigree standards. And that includes the potential for the food to have sharp objects in it. Sharp, hard objects in it. So yeah, that's actually a very serious concern. Just like I was talking about with the bones, you fucking swallow I mean, these dogs aren't chewing shit, right? So you swallow a sharp object, it can rip your fucking esophagus. It can cause a tear in your intestines. Oh, and then if it causes a tear in your intestines and like it's bad enough, it can cause fucking sepsis down the line. So that can be pretty problematic. So this is what I like that they put a picture here, but like unironically, because I don't know what the fuck it looks like. Like if I was feeding this to my dog, I want to fucking know. You wouldn't have to worry about it though, because your dog doesn't eat canned food. So I've literally 13% more protein. I've literally never seen this. I wonder if this is one of those things you have to kind of like special order at your vet or at your local pet store. That specifically is the lot. So whenever they make like a batch of, really a batch of anything that's mass produced, it's gonna have a lot number on it. Like we have lots on our microchips, we have lots on syringes, lots on medications. Depending on the product, will depend on how much is in a lot. I can't imagine it. Usually with food recalls, the lots are much larger than 2. So, the concern is a very serious concern. So it's good that they are recalling it themselves. They're not being forced to recall it. But I don't think it's going to affect too many people just because, first off, I don't... fucking who buys this? Also, it's not very many cans seem to have been affected. Another one I didn't read from the same guy. Let's see. Is this about a police canine, I guess? Fresno County, California, the day after the 4th of July. Oh, right, I did see this a little bit. The sirens weren't for a call, they were for a comrade. Massive multi-agency procession led Canine Santee to his final memorial service. The day before, his handler let him out into the backyard to pee when the 5-year-old Belgian Mal was spooked by illegal fireworks, jumped the fence, and then was hit by a driver who then took off. We're calling for a full-scale, transparent investigation when it comes to everyone involved, including the handler, people who were involved setting off illegal fireworks, and the driver. To be fair, I feel like this is... Well, obviously the person who popped off the illegal fireworks, you know, that was obviously illegal. So obviously they should be charged for whatever fucking slap on the wrist they're gonna get. But I don't think they should be charged literally for killing a dog. Especially for killing a police dog. In America, the police animals are considered law enforcement. That being said, even though they're considered law enforcement, they're still not treated as law enforcement. So I don't know why we even have the distinction. Like, if you kill a police horse, it's not the equivalent of killing a police officer in court. It, like, never is. I don't think I've ever seen a case where somebody who killed like a police dog or a police horse got charged anywhere near what you'd get charged for killing a human police officer. But that being said, I still don't think that the guy shooting off the illegal fireworks should get charged for the dog like jumping a fence, because, you know, who would have fucking... that was like not a direct cause of the fireworks, right? Obviously he should get charged for illegal fireworks, I guess. Like, whatever. I don't really give a shit. But, I also don't think the fucking handler, he had a fenced-in yard. Obviously, it doesn't sound like the dog had escaped prior. I mean, if the dog was known for escaping the fence, then yeah, I think he's at fault. But at the end of the day, like, when an animal is, like, really spooked, they can do shit you wouldn't expect them to do. Fucking including jumping a fence that they have never jumped before. So I don't really, put that on the handler either. And obviously the guy who hit the dog, I wouldn't fucking stop either. I'm gonna be fucking honest with you. If I hit an animal and, like, their owner is there, I'm not fucking stopping, because I might get fucking stabbed. Like, you don't know with people, like, how they're gonna react to... It's gonna be very traumatic for them. You don't know how they're gonna react. And, people can, like, animals can be, like, part of their family. So imagine you, like, fucking, like, hit their child or something. Granted, if you hit a child, you need to stop. But you are not, federally, you're not required to stop for an animal. Some counties make you stop for dogs. But it's mostly to see if it has an owner. If you see the fucking owner there, I don't know what legally if you'd still have to stop, but I would consider it a safety hazard to stop at that point. Also, in the US, if it is not safe to do so, you shouldn't be stopping for small animals in the road. Because if you slam on your brakes for to save a dog's life, and then, you know, somebody behind you slams into your car, maybe you had a fucking kid in the back, it gives them whiplash, they break their fucking neck and die. Now you just killed a kid for the sake of saving a dog that might have, like, 5 more years of life left in it. So I really don't blame the driver. And as long as it's legal for them to take off, and I don't blame them for taking off either. In most areas, it is legal to keep driving. But I do know some towns and cities do have an ordinance that you have to stop. And stop for a dog and call authorities. Like, you don't have to go and, like, confront the owner, but you'd have to call the police. And considering that it was owned by a police officer, I guess you just fucking call him. So it's just sad all around. I kind of think this was more just a sad accident. No, it's pretty, Oh, this is just the... That's sad. I don't want to watch that. We're not gonna... We're talking about a lot of sad shit. I don't want to watch a actual dog funeral right now. We got so much more sad shit to go over. So we're gonna break it up with something cute. So this is from the Bronx Zoo. In this video, the mouse lemurs in the World of Darkness, which is in the Bronx Zoo. I've actually been here before. It is a whole like building of nocturnal animals and everything. It's still pretty dark, but they have like red lights instead of having like bright lights, so that it can kind of mimic the animals like nightlife. So that when you go into the World of Darkness, they won't just be fucking, like, hiding and sleeping. So it's kind of like their days and nights are switched up from reality. So, it's... The mouse lemurs in the World of Darkness are interacting with a snakeskin shed provided by their keepers as a novel sensory enrichment item. Senior keeper Carrie, whatever the fuck, tells us that the shed has a scent and texture that the mouse lemurs haven't experienced before. And the mouse lemurs rely heavily on their sense of smell for survival, and offering them items with new odors can help mimic varied sensory environments of the wild and encourage active foraging, curiosity, and natural scent marking. Oh, basically, this is what we call enrichment. That was a really long way to say that this is enrichment. But look at how fucking cute they are. Obviously, the video is going to be ass because it is actually fairly fucking dark in here. But that's a snake skin. It's got a long ass snake skin. It must be from an anaconda. But like I was saying with the food enrichment and like the scent enrichment with the deer urine and shit, this is like a scent enrichment for them. They've never smelled this shit before. Zoos will do this often where they will actually use, I've never heard, oh my god, look at them. I've never heard of mouse lemurs before. But zoos will do this fairly often where they will kind of like use other animals for enrichment for the other animals in their facility. Like they might use like the feces from a zebra for like enrichment for lions, or they might like walk a I don't know, like an elephant around the zoo, and it would kind of be enrichment, like visual enrichment both ways for the zoo, for the elephant to interact, not really interact straight up, but like to see other animals and other animals to see the elephant. I've seen the snake shed thing before where they will give snake sheds to other animals to check it out. So on top of this being like a scent thing for them, it's also going to be like a texture thing too. You can see they're going nuts over it. They should probably do this more often if this is the first time they've ever checked out a snakeskin. But it's really important for zoo animals to have this sort of enrichment because they are not going to have like the whole wide world to be exploring and having the mental stimulation to having to survive in that aspect. Oh, they're very cute. Little cuties. Oh, I always like to see how they do enrichment. Oh my gosh. What? Oh man. Bro looks like there was more than just water in that bowl. Holy shit. Oh, look at this face. Oh my god, the drool. Oh. God, they're so creepy. A 16-year-old male Lenny's two-toed sloth. I thought the sloth was named Lenny. Mooney P. Finch. What fucking name is that? Is seen lapping up refreshing water from this bowl. While sloths do drink water, they get the majority of their hydration from what they eat. Yeah, which is going to be vegetation. Oh my god. Are we just going to scroll through cute zoo videos? Oh. Look at that little baby Kadoo. Fun fact, one time I got a male Kadoo. Actually, no, we had two male Kadoos. driving through like a park that had like kadoos just running around, and I had the windows open. I had two male kadoos stick there when I stopped the car. They stuck their head in the windows, and they got their full ass horns in there. They knew what they were doing. They were aware of where their horns were. I had to physically shove their heads out one at a time and roll the windows up. They're very cute, though. I love them. It's probably the most fun I've had in a car. Ooh, this was interesting. Wait, I gotta drink some water before I go on this tangent. Alright. So this was fucking interesting. Crufts winner banned from owning dogs for a fucking decade, after dozens found starving in her squalid Pontypool, oh, that's got to be British, home. Animal welfare officers said they were horrified by the 77 emaciated and infected dogs, including 20 puppies, in the 70-year-old's care. So she's still actively breeding dogs. Look at this shit. I literally have never seen a hoarding case that was this disgusting. And I have seen hoarding cases that had way more than 77 fucking dogs, which is the crazy thing. I've seen hoarding cases with like closing into like 200 dogs, or like 100 big dogs like huskies and shit. And I've never seen this much shit piled up. Like, look how much shit is just in that water or food bowl or whatever the fuck that was. The shit has, like, it's up here. It's all the way the fuck up to the ceiling. You can see all the shit splattered, like, high up on the wall. Like, that's insane amount of shit. That is a unfathomable amount of shit. So much so that I am slurring my words. I'm drunk on the shit. So let's see. And the fact that there's puppies signals to me that she's obviously still breeding. I imagine she's still breeding these dogs for, like, you know, purebred reasons, and not just, like, fucking letting... I'm assuming she's not taking the puppies off the street, right? So let's see. Animal welfare teams were left horrified. Fucking I'm horrified. And I'm just looking at the pictures. The conditions inside the home after responding to a complaint over suspected illegal breeding in 2020. This is back in 2024? Goddamn. When did this happen? 2026. There were concerns of illegal breeding in 2024? It's been years! She pleaded guilty to 11 animal welfare offenses and breeding dogs without a license, so she no longer had a license. What did they say what dogs she was a Crufts winner? Is these the dogs that she was showing at Crufts? Cooper was handed a 12-month suspended sentence, ordered to pay £10,000 in prosecution costs, and will not be allowed to own dogs for 10 years. So basically the rest of her life, right? The 74-year-old had won 6 awards at Crufts with her Bracco Italiano, or Brasso Italiano, dogs. In 2016, I think that was the year that they were fucking allowed to compete. I think I remember that. It was like their debut in Crufts, and they actually won. And if I remember correctly, I think that was also the year. Here's where my animal autism is really going to shine. I think that was also the year that the Oswak debuted for Crufts. And it didn't win because it tried to... I fucking watched this. It turned around and tried to snap at the judge, which should be an immediate disqualification, but due to circumstances of it being like the first year that it was like recognized, and the first time it was in Crufts, I think they kind of let it slide. It didn't straight up try to bite the well, we don't know if it tried to bite the judge, but it reacted poorly, I would say, to the judge handling it. And that never looks good. Obviously, the handler is like well versed enough in handling to not let the dog get the head like move close to the judge, but you can see it kind of whipped around a little bit. But anyways, yeah, I think that was 2016 was literally the year they were, let me see. Literally the year they were allowed to compete in Crufts. Recognition. Recognition year? I'm just gonna keep putting fucking words in here until something comes up. Leslie Brecker and Crufts 2016. Yeah, we know they got the maybe I'm thinking of something totally different. When was it released? To compete in Crufts. I'm very bad at Googling. Okay, so it wasn't 2016. It was 2008. Alright, I'll take that. I was kind of close. In the span of all of history, I was pretty close. Alright? But that's insane, though, because the fact that she fucking won Crufts, it's just kind of... Because that's a big fucking deal. Winning Crufts, at least in the dog scene. And that is, like, the biggest fucking, a British dog show. And I mean, like, even Americans are very well versed with Crufts. Like, that's how big it is. It's like the second biggest dog show in America. Like, behind, I think, like, the AKC Best in Show. So that's a huge fucking deal. So speaking at the time, she reportedly said, "I love my gun dogs and do shows with them every weekend. There is no prize money involved and I do it purely for the joy of it. Crufts this year was a wonderful event and I will be doing it until I drop off." So I think she's just fucking insane. So she is still continuing to bring these dogs to dog shows while they're kept like this. They first... Whoa, wait a second. They first inspected her home in 2024 after the Hope Rescue Rehoming Charity received a surrender request. What? Wait a second. So she tried to surrender 23 of her rare-ass dogs? What the fuck? Because they are not common dogs. And 3 mothers and 20 puppies. Holy shit. So she's just kind of pawning off her excess. Is that the same? This looks like it's just like taken like right there. This picture. I thought these dogs were tied for a second. As in like mating. And I was like, what a fucking picture to have. But yeah, you can see My God, his back doesn't look good. For a fucking award-winning dog breeder, this back is roached as fuck, man. I'll talk about what a roach back looks like in a second. But this guy, his body condition score, uh, I'll talk about that right now. Body condition score. This is like the BMI for cats and dogs. Oh, this is your rough body condition score. Oh, they got I forgot that they have it for some farm animals too, but it's different. It's basically a score. It can be from 1 to 5 or 1 to 9. Obviously, the ideal number is going to be different depending on what number scale you are using. 1 being the thinnest dog you've ever seen on the planet. Like, this is, like, unimaginably thin. Thin, like, you don't know how this animal is still alive. Like, this should be what the animal looks like after a few days of decaying. Thin. And then 5 is ideal. 4 might be ideal for certain breeds in certain situations. Like, if you have a tripod dog, you might want to keep it on the thinner side because it would keep less weight on the remaining legs. So 4 is going to be something like what a greyhound might look like. And so 4 would technically be ideal for a greyhound. But 5 is going to be ideal for, like, the majority of your dogs. 5 is going to be, you, like, can't see the ribs, but you can feel the ribs easily on palpation. You shouldn't be able to see the spine. The cats have one too. So if we are looking at... This one is definitely, I would say this one is probably like a 3. This one is pretty ideal, I think. But from this photo, this looks like a 3. Granted, body condition score shouldn't be done via, like, just looking at it. You should also do a physical palpation as well. But if I had to guess, if you put a gun up to my head, I would call this probably a 3. There are some cases too where you just have an older dog and it's not actually that thin, but the muscles around its back, its epaxial muscles, because it's not working out the muscles as much anymore, those muscles might be wasting away, or the muscles in the back legs, so it might look like it is a lower body condition score, but it's a it might not actually be. It might have a decent fat content depending on like the meat on the bones, so to say. So but that's fucking insane. And she's still showing these dogs. And she fucking gave away. She surrendered her like a puppy mill. It's like a puppy mill, but inefficient. Officers were immediately concerned by the conditions that they witnessed with the dogs living in filth. Wait. Oh, so they went and visited her home after she surrendered the dogs. Okay. Probably, I wonder if that has anything to do with her also not having a breeding license and then showing up with these dogs that she used to breed with, like, mothers and puppies, and that probably set off some red flags. Let's see, was this still happening in 2024? They removed 54 dogs. Now, officers described the conditions as devastating. I want to see more fucking pictures. 6 of the older dogs were put down following the rescue due to severity of their illness. I so badly want to know what the illness was. Because they say older dogs, they might literally just have been like various conditions with old age, or was it specifically due to neglect? Either way, it is still considered neglect if their health was declined so bad that they should be put down for health reasons, because you know, you're responsible for your animal's suffering and lack thereof. So if you're just having an animal continue on its suffering because you don't feel like euthanizing it, you don't feel like putting it out of its misery, that's still on you. One of the most challenging and distressing cases. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty rough. On arrival with us, the dogs were in a devastating state, severely underweight, many suffering from advanced dental disease, and chronic ear infections. Oh my god, I didn't even think of the fucking ear infections. So look at these dogs' ears. So dogs with floppy ears are going to be more likely to get ear infections, right? I mean, we've all heard of the fucking Basset Hound and the fucking American Cocker Spaniel with the chronic ass ear infections. Now, I mean, look at this dude's ears back here. It looks like the ears go all the way down here. Now imagine that, because ear infections happen with when you have these floppy ears. They're not getting a lot of airflow. It's trapping in moisture, and it's also trapping in dirt, especially when we got these longer ears. These ears are dipping into their food, dipping into the water. They're getting dirty outside. Imagine how dirty these fucking ears are gonna be when you live like this. That's got to be absolutely disgusting. Older dogs had lost muscle mass and mobility, which is, this is a common progression of age, and were so physically depleted that they were unable to reach food before the younger dogs, which was so they were literally fighting for food. Many, especially the younger dogs, were very nervous and lacking in life experience. So they were under-socialized, so required additional support and rehabilitation. That's exactly what every adopter wants, right? That's what everybody wants when they want to buy their dog from a purebred breeder, is they want a under-socialized hound dog. This house is going to have to be condemned. That's how disgusting it is. Let's see. It comes after The Independent revealed 2026 Crufts Best in Show winner Lee Cox was previously found guilty of causing unnecessary suffering to a dog in his care. Wait, what? Mr. Cox was convicted of causing unnecessary suffering to the dog, a black Cocker Spaniel named Adam, following a 3-day trial. Oh, what is this? Oh, this guy. We talked about this. He was found guilty. So, I think the issue was that this dog had chronic ear infections. So bad that they had to do a ear ablation. You're gonna love this. I have to specify dog. God forbid it fucking comes up with a human. An ear ablation. Or ear canal ablation, I guess it should be called. I always call it ear ablation. Literally the removal of the ear canal. So the ears... Oh! Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's not there anymore. Okay, I shouldn't be like... I just think it's so cool. I shouldn't be happy about it, but I just think it's so fucking cool that we can do this. Not good for the dog, obviously, because it can't fucking hear out of that, right? There's nothing there. It cannot hear. Yeah, so I guess it had a... Did they say it was... I guess it was untreated long enough that it had to have an ablation, I believe. Although I didn't... At the time, I did not consider that necessarily... neglect or abuse, because getting the ablation is the care that you would do for a chronic ear infection. Now, you could argue, I haven't looked into this case since. You could make an argument that he ignored the infection long enough where it got so bad that it needed an ablation. But if it was just a case of where the dog kept getting these bad chronic ear infections, the vet might suggest an ablation just for like quality of life for the dog, so it doesn't keep getting these painful ear infections. But anyway, that's just... I wish they had more pictures. I wish they never, ever take enough pictures of these hoarding houses. Ever. That is fucking crazy. I want to see like some actual dog photos, what these fucking dogs are. Not her dogs, but like real dogs. Yeah, they have pretty floppy fucking ears. That's not too bad, but look at those ears. Look at these ears. Well, look at those ears. Imagine the fucking infection those would have. And they're, like I said, they're not common dogs. So for her to just like drop off a bunch, she must be fucking insane. You know? What did I say I was gonna go look over? Oh yeah, so this one dog. What dog was it? This guy. Looks like he has a very roach back. We are probably going to see German Shepherds because they're kind of known for it. Oh no, we got a whole variety of dogs here. So a roachback is kind of like what happens when you have this hump on a dog's back. Usually we're talking about a dog when this is happening that like shouldn't be there. More or less. So we're usually seeing it in German Shepherds. It's fairly common in German Shepherds because we created this kind of roachback because it makes an exaggerated stance. So like this is a pretty rough example of it. It's hard to tell a roachback when they're doing this stance, but this is pretty rough because you can kind of, this should be more or less kind of flat and you can kind of see it bumping up here, but what is it? Oh my god, this is a really bad example. Well, this is a good example of a bad example. This little hump here. Is this like a bunch of different, yeah, let's open this in a new tab because this is going to show you, I like drawings a lot, like diagrams, because it shows you literally the perfect example of a bad example. So I think this is for, I was going to say this looks like for a golden retriever, but it can't be because it's got a stub tail. But they're showing like the sloping top line. The top line is, like the butt to like the shoulder. So let's see, this is our roachback, is when its butt is, or somewhere in the back is like kind of popped up a bit. Like a hunchback, pretty much. It doesn't have to be at the butt end, but we see, it depends on what breed it is. It can, like this guy's got a little roachback here. Oh, it has a nice little arrow pointing to it. Depending on the breed, it might be more common in certain areas. So, like, we got this one. Has it more commonly kind of towards the end. Some dogs, like, I think it's kind of acceptable to an extent in some of our sight hounds. Oh, this is a Chihuahua with a roachback. Anyways, so that's what a fucking roachback is. And this guy, granted it's an odd angle, but this guy looks like he has a pretty bad roachback. And actually a sloping top line. As, I'm thinking right here is pretty roached. And I just realized, granted it could also be the angle, but it also kind of looks like if we got his shoulders here and his butt end here. Imagine the line. Look at how sloped that is. So that is really not a good posture. Yeah, look at how flat. Look at how flat these guys are. This I love because it has all of the lines. Oh, fuck. I didn't do the open image in new tab. It has all the lines of everything where it's supposed to be. The withers, that's like, I usually call these the shoulders. I know it's not, but this is what people kind of think of when they think of shoulders. The actual scapula is going to be down in here. So their back is actually really flat. All things considered. I know some dogs, some breeds, they do have a little bit of curvature. And not these motherfuckers. And like, take a look at this thing. And then take a look at that thing. Oh my god, they're the same color too. That. Like, she is breeding some awful dogs. And they won Best in Show in Crufts. And it's not like that is a cherry-picked example. Like, all of these fucking dogs have a fairly flat fucking back. This guy might be a little bit slow, but like very minimally. Like all of them do. Oh, that's fucking insane. She won cross. Granted, it was a long time ago. I think she just fucking lost her mind. Yeah, hopefully, she stops. They get all the dogs out from her care, and people stop giving her dogs to breed and stop supporting her, and she can, I don't know, go to a nursing home. I don't fucking know. Oh, let's see. Over 500 animals seized during Oklahoma City drug raid. That's it. All right. Do we have more information on this? I can almost guarantee you this is dogfighting. So authorities seized 500 animals on an Oklahoma City property. The animal shelter paused intake, which is common when you're doing a such a huge intake rate of this to care for the rescued animals. Wait a second. Never mind. 470 birds, so it's cockfighting. And 49 dogs. So I'm thinking it's a mix of dog fighting, but mostly cockfighting. This actually kind of looks like the rooster. Get out of here. Rooster setting cages. Dog fighting dogs wouldn't be kept in a house. They'd be kept on a chain, and maybe with like a water barrel for a kennel, maybe. If you're gonna really shell out some money for them. Let's see. This happened on June 25th. They had a search warrant for drug trafficking. So usually a lot of these animal fighting rings and drugs almost go hand in hand, along with the illegal guns. Let's see. They ultimately removed 523 animals, including about 470 birds, 49 dogs, several cats, and a single horse. We kept discovering more animals, Rose said during an interview. Some of them, when we first got there were a lot of outdoor animals that kind of ran off into the woods. Oh, perfect. All right, so we had to come back and get those. We just kept looking and found more animals. Were the birds outdoor animals? Maybe like the females? Let's see. Animals were removed due to poor living conditions and concerns about their health. 4 people were arrested and criminal investigation remains ongoing. I really want to know what animals they took specifically. So let's see. The shelter is desperate to find loving homes for a dog and cat population so we can make room. Yeah, that's usually what fucking happens when you have a giant ass raid. Is that all of the animals that you currently have are now in danger of, like, you know, you're running out of space. And usually it happens very fucking quickly because you can't get, like, once the offender gets wind that something might happen with their animals, you gotta act quickly because they can get rid of their animals, right? They can give it to somebody else while you're fucking doing a raid on their property, and then they can get the animals right the fuck back. So it's a medium and large breed dogs. Were the 50-ish dogs that they got. Tell me you show some of the fucking birds.
In OKC today, after a major drug bust led to the discovery of
I love the fucking absolutely useless B-roll.
To make room for them.
Our KOCO's Tyler Tripodi talked with the city today.
Please, I just want to see the birds.
They say there is a critical need now for adoptions.
City leaders tell me the discovery came after police served
but nobody's putting that much effort into. No drug addict is putting that much effort
charges, and then they began to encounter
into animals that are not going to be fighting.
In animal welfare, and that number quickly skyrocketed.
Total number is still working on that, but right now the total number I have is about 523 animals that we confiscated.
Over 500 animals seized
so they're still
after
looking
a
for
Thursday
animals.
night drug bust. Oklahoma City officials tell me that when animal control arrived,
that looks
there
like
were pets everywhere.
We kept
Places you
discovering
put
more animals.
birds.
Some of them, when we first
Like
got there,
cocks.
there was a lot of outdoor
Fighting
animals that kind of
roosters.
ran off into the woods, and so we had to, like peacocks and things like that. So we had to come back and get those.
Okay, so it's
we
not.
just kept looking, and we found more animals.
Rose says that this seizure
That-
is likely
We found more animals.
I guess I'm just kind of making assumptions at this point, but that so looks like something you put a fucking, like a fighting dog in. But I guess not, because it sounds like they have just game animals. So probably just like, you know, fucking chickens, peacocks, turkeys, whatever the fuck.
Rose says that this seizure is likely historic for a single day.
I don't know the actual number.
So many
if This is
birds.
the highest ever, but I would assume it probably is.
470 birds, 49 dogs, cats, a horse, and even a peacock.
Okay, only
With
one
that many
peacock.
animals confiscated at one time, the city says there is now an urgent need for adoptions.
We were
God
already over
damn, that
capacity on
place is a
our
fucking
dogs.
wreck.
So we have a free, not free, but a name your price event right now where we need.
Oh, they should have cut that out. They should have cut that out. Where he's like, not free, but name your price. Oh, man. I mean, I've had to talk on TV before. I know you get flubs and fuck ups. I would legit ask if I could redo that.
Need the citizens to show up, come out, and adopt some pets.
The
There
animal
is no guarantee. These are probably not the dogs from the raid. I'm just saying.
seized
These
at the
are all
Walmart
because they're saying that they need their existing dogs to already get adopted. I'm assuming the dogs from the raid are not available yet. They probably still got to get altered or fixed up,
still
or whatever
part
the
of
fuck.
evidence, but the city needs
Yeah,
all the
the dogs are part of, that makes sense. The animals are part of evidence, so they can't really do anything with them. Because if the guy is like, you're innocent until proven guilty, right? So he might still be there is a possibility, as slim as it is, as non-existent as it might be, that he might be able to get some or all of his animals back. And because of that, they can't do anything to these animals besides like life-saving efforts. Or things like if the animal's severely suffering, then they can euthanize. But other than that, they can't. They have to keep these animals as part of evidence. And in case if the person also has the ability to take them back. Usually, at some point, the courts will either be like, look, like, either the guy will give up the animals, or at least most of them, or the judge will be like, okay, like, just let the shelter fucking own these animals. It generally happens, but sometimes people really fight for it. But even in that case, though, they still have to keep the animals for evidence to show, like, hey, look, these animals are actually neglected.
other animals at their
Oh,
already
look at that bull! Look at that bull terrier. That's not a pit bull. That's a bull. Fucking Christ, that is a bull terrier. That's fucking rare.
already overcrowded shelter
Fucking rare dog
gone
drop.
to make room.
We need people to adopt pets. Very critical need of that right now.
I will say
And
the
again,
fact that they have 2 dogs and it looked like almost all their kennels and cages had 2 dogs per cage. That is really a overpopulation issue. But they probably are forced to do that because they had to take in 50 dogs suddenly.
you can name your own price right now, so that's a very good benefit for you.
So the whole name your own price thing, that's when you go to a shelter, the animals don't have a, like, let's say, like the dogs usually have a $100 adoption fee. I'm going to get off this because that guy's kind
The
of looks
Name Your
scary.
Price event will continue through July 3rd.
So basically you go there, instead of having the dog having a $100 adoption fee, they're just like, okay, how much do you want to pay for this dog? Now, some people are going to say 0 if that's allowed. Like, usually they do allow that. Or some people might just say $5. But actually, I think it was shown in a study that people will actually, on average, pay more during a Name Your Price event than if you said, like, hey, this is the adoption fee. So you will get the odd, person that doesn't want to pay anything, but then occasionally you'll get somebody who's like, I'm going to pay fucking $500 for this dog. I think it kind of, like, I think this is true for like a lot of cases, you know. I think you're playing on the human mind with this. Because like if you ever had to like negotiate something, instead of being like let's say somebody like you hire somebody to fucking like install a door, I don't know, and they fuck up your door, instead of saying like, hey, I expect you to get me a brand new door, instead be like, hey, what are you gonna do to fix this? And then at least name your price that creates social pressure. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So if you tell someone like, hey, what are you gonna do to fix this? Usually, what they will suggest, at least like in my experience, it will be more than what you were going to ask in the first place. So it's a good mind game. But that helps too, because they're probably gonna have to pay employees overtime for the entire duration that they have fucking 500 more animals than they were expecting. Oh yeah, this wasn't too big of a thing. But I've seen this at fairs before. So the daily cow birthing at the New York State Fair has been discontinued. So I've seen this happen before. So in New York State Fair, one of the big things, they have like a whole thing about agriculture, and they have a whole dairy barn. One of the things that they did was that they had cows that for every day that the fair was open, one cow would give birth at a roughly specific time. They would actually they would do it in a way so that the cow would be like due around that time, but they would induce birth. Or not induce birth, but, you know, induce labor during the fair, so that every day a cow would give birth and people could watch. And, like, I thought it was kind of like a good way to connect people and stuff, but at the same time, I totally understand that it's a very fucking stressful thing for the cow. Usually they're kept, like, in a quiet area. They're not fucked with during birth, but in this setting, there's like, oh my god, there's hordes of people watching and talking. There's kids screaming. There's people taking photography. So I know I can see it both ways. I think what would be a decent, I guess I'm assuming they stopped it for humane animal reasons. Maybe not. During its 12-year run, 425 calves were born at the fairground, including 29 last year. So I want to see what... after thoughtful discussion, yeah, we decided to pause the cow birthing center. Addressing current challenges on both sides while embracing opportunity to reimagine the ways in which we connect fairgoers with the... Yes, so it sounds like it's kind of a welfare issue, which I totally understand. That is this is a kid petting. That cow is still wet from being born. So this is also exceptionally stressful for the newborn as well. And there's another wet cow here. I thought I recognized that name. Sorry. I was like, wait a second. Do I know this person? But no, I think what would be a good kind of like middle ground would be if you had a birthing tent for a cow and you had a cow give birth every day, but just like it would be blocked off from people and you just had cameras looking at it. So that way the cow is in a quieter area. There's still going to be a lot of like welfare concerns with transporting such a heavily pregnant mother and then transporting a newborn ass baby like to and from the fairgrounds when the fair is done. It's not going to be the most quiet, right? And there's going to be like a changing of environment and shit for the baby, but I think it's a decent middle ground is to have just a secluded birthing tent. Nobody really goes in it and you just have cameras because they're not going to know they're going to be fucking watched. So who fucking cares? People probably don't get attracted by cameras since the whole novelty is to see it with your own eyes instead of watching it like a YouTube video. That's fair. Well, I think there's something to be said about... Well, yeah, I guess if we're doing cameras, they could probably just stay at the farm, huh? I think that might actually be a even better idea for the humaneness of it. It wouldn't cost that much of anything to put a live stream from some barns and then have it connect to like some TVs there. There's a lot of questionable animal humane like welfare issues going on at the New York State Fair. They also have like chicks that are being born, which is pretty cool. Like, well, not being born, but being hatched. They have like a incubator there, a glass incubator, so you can see them. But there was when I went there were so many fucking dead chicks. And the kids are like tapping at the glass, trying to get them to wake up, like, here, chickie, chickie, chickie. And I'm just like, who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him that he's not waking up that chick and that he's just fucking upsetting the ones that are still alive? There were so many dead ones. There were so many dead. Like, there's something, like, maybe the incubator wasn't, maybe it was too hot or something, because it was after they already hatched and they would just flop dead. So I don't know what was going on with that. Oh, and the whole duck thing. Okay. Let me ruin something for you for a second, okay? Okay, yeah, got it, whatever. So look at these cute little ducks. Oh, they go up they go down the slide. Oh, so cute. They climb up and they go, woo! Okay, how fucking fun. Notice that they're all pecking at this. So what they're actually doing, what they've done here is this is a tray of food. They put it just slightly out of reach. So for the ducks to eat it, for the ducks to get food, they have to try and like tiptoe onto here. And that's why they're like drinking the water, because they usually have to eat food with some water. And they'll try to eat it, and they will inevitably slip and then slide down. And then they have to go back up because they're still hungry and they still have to eat. So that's why they're going down the fucking slide so much. Is because they're forced to. Probably made worse by the fact that they also have to climb up at this, like, narrow little thing. And they're probably burning more calories doing that. So, yeah, that's also fun, I guess. What else? Oh, yeah. I think that's about it for today. Yeah, it's almost time. I will say the, like, actually being able to pet, like, I think being able to pet, like, a cow like this, you know, like a younger cow, but still, like, babyish, I think that should be fine. The ducks, we don't need the ducks to go down the slide. We can just have ducks. Like, they can just, like, be in a little duck habitat. The chicks, the whole chicken thing, like, in the hatchery, fucking, you need to have somebody clean out the dead chicks once a day, guys. Like, you just go in the morning, fucking flop out the dead ones, okay? It's not that hard. Get a pair of gloves or a paper towel and take out the dead fucking chickens. And then, like, maybe, fucking once a day, also take out the chickens that are ready to be taken out of the fucking incubator so they don't die. But, anyways, I think it could be done a lot better. But I do think it's a good, like, connection for, people and their, animals and stuff. I don't know if this helps at all with, like, like farm welfare. But I like touching cows. I used to go to the fair all the time and touch the big cows. They used to go and let you touch their butts. Like the big ass cows. Last time I went though, they didn't really let you do that too much. And I'm like, why can't I touch their fucking... As an adult, I should be able to touch their butts. Like, if anything, you should have not let me touch their butts when I was a kid. But now that I'm older, I should absolutely be trusted with touching cow butts. Hell, I had my fucking arm up a cow's ass, but you won't let me pet your cow's butt? Hey, get the fuck out of here. What else? I was gonna look at some Discord stuff. To end it on a kind of happier note. This will probably get me a violation. I think we got butterflies here. Butterfly. Oh no! it's actually, I didn't mean to, I'm sorry, did you actually, am I doxing you right now? It's okay. I'll clip this out. It's fine. Look at it, so pretty. What kind of butterfly is that? I don't know dick about butterflies. Okay. Oh, wow. That is a really good focus. What the fuck? Holy shit, that's fucking good. I'm fucking amazed at how good that fucking camera is. That is really pretty. I have no idea. I just try to capture as much as I could. You're in Australia, right? We'll find out. Let's get a good... There. Perfect. Alright. Gonna do some investigative work. Oh my god, I think it's that in the bottom left. What is that? Australian painted lady. We have painted ladies here. I think it's an Australian painted lady. Let's... Painted lady. Let's look at Australian painted ladies. Oh my god, I hope it's safe for work. Okay. Oh, that was in Japan? Fuck! Wait, okay. Watch it still be an Australian painted lady and it's just fucking invasive. No! Does everywhere have a painted lady? Oh wow, this even says that the painted lady is a notable species. The painted lady graces nearly every continent! Oh my god, we have the painted lady in common. It's known for its remarkable adaptability. Yeah, I'd say so. This is our a painted lady. It is not as vibrant as you can tell. Is this all the different... Oh, American lady and painted lady. Okay, so apparently we have two different versions. Still, the painted lady... Actually, the painted lady is even more drab, isn't it? Because it's got, like, this, like, a very brown carpus. You have a West Coast lady. Yeah, our painted lady is even, like... Oh, wow, what the fuck's going on? What is this? Is this like a juvenile or something? What's going on with the bottom one here? What happened? Why do the bottom ones look so different? Maybe it's just a variation. Ah, here we go. Eh? Is it male and female, maybe? Yeah, I want to view photo details. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, I'm retarded. It is the underneath of it. I am so retarded. I'm only now understanding it. Okay. Yeah, our painted lady is not nearly as vibrant as that. And yours has got a bit... Oh yeah, look at the... Your guys' underside looks much more like what the above side looks like. And I like how their little bodies are just as orange as their wings. So it's just like it melts together very well. Is very cute. Like I said, I'm very impressed by how well that fucking focused on that butterfly. I can't even get a good picture of a butterfly when it's standing still. Alright, alright, alright. My laptop fan has gotten quieter and I'm scared. Because that probably means it just fucking stops. Oh my gosh. I had a foster kitten that looked just like this. Ah! Oh my god. Oh, look, he's smiling. I like how he just woke up to yell at him. Meow. Meow. I bought an expensive camera just for that Japan trip. Oh my god, did it pay off? They have a lot of expensive cameras in Japan. And I was in Akihabara. Granted, I don't know. Well, when you're on like the main strip, they're kind of expensive for like used cameras. But if you get off the main strip a little bit, they get a lot more tolerable. It's a cute little kitten. Oh, more cute little kitten. Well, I took some really good pictures. Well, that's good. You took a really good video. Oh my god, that's so cute. But I need to use it more, really. Oh my god, he's got more. Oh my god. What I find helpful is if I literally go on trips just to use a camera. But I don't have a nice camera anymore. But yeah, it's kind of like, what's the saying go? The best camera is the one that you have with you. Oh my god. That fucking capybara is more dexterous than, like, some of the surgeons I know. Holy shit. That is, like, genuinely impressive. I'm kind of worried about how bored these capybaras are, to be honest. The fact that he's gotten so skilled at this. He's just like me for real. Yeah, that's like what I do with my pencils. Playing my pen. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was gonna say. That's like me twiddling my pencil or something when I'm writing. Capybaras are starting to become fucking I don't want to say common exotic pets, but they're getting more popular as like actual pets in the US. Oh my god. Boy, that cat needs to get neutered bad. What the fuck do we call them? Oh, look, I didn't notice. He's actually got a 3/4 inch tail, it looks like. Or 1/4 inch, or whatever the fuck. He's got a short tail. That's what I'm trying to say. His piss has got to smell awful, by the way, because he looks like an adult-ass cat. I heart you. Oh my god. Trouble nuggets? I think someone called them trouble nuggets before. Cat testicles? Trouble as in like, cause having intact cats can like lead to, behaviors that most people don't want. Like spraying, and also their, on top of spraying, their piss smells really bad. Guessing, yeah. I think it was trouble nuggets. Oh my god. That's impressive. Hyped as fuck. Oh my god. That was awesome, the fucking screaming at the end. Holy shit. Gray parrots, I think, are one of the smartest parrots that you can own. A death metal bird, yeah. I want a death metal bird. Actually, no, I don't. Wait a second. Hold up, no. I mean, that screaming wasn't too bad, but their screaming can be fucking intense. That was pretty cool, though. I'm very I wonder if she's actually singing. Or if she's kind of like lip singing, or like kind of more quietly singing. But you can absolutely teach these birds to respond in a certain way. And sometimes they just respond in a certain way, regardless of like what you are doing. When I was, I spent a lot of time at a wildlife rehab when I was young. And one of the birds would say one of the rehabilitators' kids' name constantly. It was a crow. And let's say the name was like John or Joe. Right? John? No, it's John Deere. John Deere. Let's say the name was John, right? So the bird, like, whenever you'd be like outside and he kind of heard you, he'd go, John! John! John, help! Help, John! Because that's what that's what the fucking lady would say a lot. She'd be yelling for her son to like help her with something, like to go grab food or some shit. That must have pissed him off so bad. I always thought that was fucking crazy. It's kind of creepy hearing a fucking bird yell your name like that. It never yelled my name. And probably because I wasn't there enough. Alright, Coffee, you're probably gonna be mad. Because it's about time that I hopped off. I've been starting an hour early lately. Just while my PC is, like, overheating. Because I'm literally concerned about the heat. Like, throughout the day. So I've been trying to start earlier and end earlier. And I did stop hearing the fan go about, like, what, 10 minutes ago? It was probably going to cut itself off soon. I am supposed to, I'm supposed to get a new fan. It's supposed to come today. But my, postal service, like, if it doesn't come today, then it's I don't get, mail every day. So if it doesn't come today, it might not be until Monday. Or maybe Tuesday. Or maybe next week. I don't know. You know how many fucking bills I miss because of this shit? I don't know what your schedule is now that you started 45 minutes early instead of 30. I know, it's kind of fucked up. I think for the time being, I am very sad. I'm sorry. I think for the time being, I'm going to switch it to be 1 hour earlier. And I'm going to see how it does. I'm going to switch the... Because at first it was kind of just a... I just did it as a spur of the moment thing. Because I thought, hey, maybe if I fucking started earlier, while it's still, like, slightly cooler out, and cooler in here, it might help my fan. You can wake up okay? No, but I can't wake up in general. It doesn't fucking matter. I could be starting this at 2 p.m. I'm still gonna be tired. It's not gonna change shit. Oh, wait, no, here. I forgot I changed all of my scenes, to be numbers because I'm retarded. Actually, if you start earlier on your next stream, it'd actually be a blast. Why so? Are you just gonna be on during that time? That's another thing. I thought if I started earlier, you wouldn't have to stay up. Like, so many of the people who watch from, like, Australia and, like, pretty much Australia, that's the only one I know, Mongolia, and they wouldn't have to stay up as late. I usually work earlier the day after. So yeah, you don't want to stay up later, right? Is that what I'm getting at? That was my idea. Is that people wouldn't have to stay up as late too. I was prepared 30 minutes before for your early stream today. Although I just lurk most of the time, that's fair. I pretty much assume people are looking. That's why, I was gonna say that's why I don't look at the numbers of viewers, but I actually just don't look at the numbers of viewers because it would, scare me. Like, if I had 5 viewers, I'd be like, oh my god, what is happening? I legitimately talk to myself. So most of the time, I'm just talking as if I am just normally talking to myself. Except now I have the excuse that I'm streaming. So if anyone asks why I'm talking to myself, and it's like, oh, I'm fucking streaming. Or I'm practicing for streaming now. So I don't seem as fucking insane. Anyways, I am gonna head off. I'm gonna I'm gonna give my laptop some love slaps and see if I can get the fan going again. Look, if you have 100 viewers, one of them would be me. 10, me. 1, me. 0, me. I will be here in spirit. Oh my god, the fucking chat is still cut off. Son of a bitch. It's very close. It's very close to not being cut off, though. Just a little bit more. I'll get that fixed up. I'll fix up the schedules, too. I think I'll, at least for the foreseeable future, I'm probably going to do it like an hour earlier than I normally do. And just because I get the fan in doesn't mean I'm going to be able to put it in right away. And also, full disclosure, And when I do start fucking taking apart my laptop, expect me to be an idiot and fucking destroy my laptop. I'll find some way to stream. I'll fucking do fucking live streams on my phone if I have to, but just full fucking disclosure, don't keep your expectations low. I hope I see you soon. Have fun, take care, and I'll be here an hour early. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. I had fun. I appreciate y'all. I hope you had fun too. You don't plan to get anyone to fix it for you? I will. I mean, it's a laptop. The last time I had a motherfucker fix my laptop, they broke the case. And they, like, absolutely shattered the little, like, venti part on my laptop. I was so pissed off. And they, like, smashed up the case enough where, it was hard to, like, use the trackpad. I was so mad. Like, I get that you're not supposed to fix a laptop, but be a little bit gentler with it, like, for fuck's sake. But no, if I, like, actually, like, severely break it, I will probably reach out to somebody that I know and try to see if someone can do it for me for, like, free, or maybe, like, I can make him a bread or something. No, make him a pizza. Anyways, thank you for coming out. I appreciate y'all. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your life. Have a good week. Charlie says bye. Bye, 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 bye.